Good morning at 8:20, Tuesday, June 21st. Thanks for waking up with us. On the phone with us, you know her, you love her. She's Acadiana's mom, as I like to think about it. Marcelle Fontenot from KATC TV3 across the street. How are you today?
Good morning. Yes, I'm just finishing my mommy duties of bringing the boys to school, and now I'm on the road to my hometown of Opelousas. So, yeah, when I'm away from the studio and the cameras and the lights, it's like yoga pants and T-shirt this morning with crazy hair. So, mom life indeed.
You know, I have admitted to the KPEL listeners, the loyal KPEL listeners, that my kids don't know what pajamas are because if I'm in charge of bath time, they get their clothes for the next day to sleep in because who wants to deal with that in the morning? So Marcelle,
so much easier.
So Marcelle has been doing Marcelle's Mission, and I made the mistake of it joining this group really early on. I won't say a mistake, but you know, when I really want some inspiration or to look over, I mean, all I need, Brian Broussard, very active on her Facebook page. Squat sets the foundation of your body, and then this long video, and I'm like, all I want to eat is my boudin roll up from Best Stop, and I have to cut the grass. So this is gonna have to do today. But you've inspired a lot of people, and we're starting to wrap up this session. But I have a feeling with the people and as active as they are and as excited, it's not something that's just going to stop with the Facebook page.
Yeah, no. I mean, when we started out on the mission, we said 8 weeks is what we gave it. But throughout the past 6 weeks or so, because we wrap up next week, so many people have joined in and said, okay, you said 8 weeks, but I've finally found a way to make this a part of my everyday routine, my everyday lifestyle. And, you know, some people have done it for different reasons. When I started, I was having I won't call them issues, but there were things I noticed in me that were changing. My hair was losing my hair and my skin had changed. And over the past 6 weeks, you know, it's been entirely different. I'm eating better. I'm feeling better. And that's really what the mission was about. And, you know, I have to tell you, life sometimes gets in the way. 2 weeks ago, my husband and youngest son both had this horrible stomach virus. So it was mommy duty times 10. And then I was out of town. And so it became really difficult to stick with it. But that's the reality of life. And I posted on the mission page, hey, you guys, you haven't heard from me as often as you were because this is what I'm dealing with. But I'm still here and I'm still motivated and I'm hitting the restart button and starting all over. And so when life gets in the way sometimes, we often fall off the wagon, but you just got to find that motivation to get back on.
And this whole thing, when it first started, you know, it wasn't about getting to a certain number for your weight. It wasn't about necessarily adding so many hours per week. It was just about feeling better. And I think that's what a lot of people maybe get into a workout routine that they can't stick with because they're trying to live up to something. And it's not just feeling better. You know, I'm reading on the Facebook page, one of the testimonials, I'm still here with you, Marcelle. Please know that none of the work you're doing is done in vain. I've learned so much from you. It's because of this mission that I realized that I was worth investing in. Just a great message overall.
Yeah, and that's really what it's about because I recognize that I put myself behind everybody else. I was so busy taking care of everyone else in the household that I wasn't taking care of me. And I knew it was personal for lots of people. I wasn't the only one dealing with this type of situation. So I have a platform that most people don't have. And I felt that if I could just get one person to take themselves a little more seriously and move themselves up on the list, you know, kind of like that airplane thing. We go back to that. You put your mask on yourself first. You can help the person next to you. So if I'm not at my best, I can't give my best to my family. I can't give my best to my friends, my community. So Marcelle's Mission was really, really about that. Now, there were some benefits. You know, people noticed changes in their clothes and this and that, and that was the added bonus to it all. When I talked to Brian Broussard and our dietitian, Dr. Jennifer Jackson, when I pitched the idea to them, I told them, I said, I don't want this to be stressful for people.
It's not the biggest loser.
Right, exactly. And we know people don't have 8 hours a day to spend in a gym. If all you have is your neighborhood and a walk around the block, you know, for 15 minutes, if that's all you have, then that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to motivate folks to get out and do whatever you could and just think twice about maybe not having that extra on the plate and maybe adding
or just not extra plate, just one plate.
Right. Absolutely. But it's so hard living here. It is so hard. the mission group really was a place of, or is a place of motivation for people. So we're wrapping up this mission. Our 8 weeks will finish next week, but like you said, it'll go far beyond that.
All right. Well, you could catch Marcelle's Mission Stories on KATC TV3 in the evenings. Again, it wraps up next week on the TV side for a time, but I'm still active online. And Marcelle, just great job. Kudos to you. Blessed to know you personally, and I think this is just a really, really great thing you're doing.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it.
All right. It's 8:25. Brandon's got news, weather, and traffic coming up at the bottom of the hour.